Just like old times.
All your times are old, Captain.
Tell me, how did you come to Neverland?
It's April 28th, 2023. I just finished watching Peter Pan and Wendy, and this is my review. I'm going to hope to do it in one cut. Wish me luck. Now, Peter Pan and Wendy, it's a good thing it's called Peter Pan and Wendy because Wendy is definitely the main character. In the 1953 version, I believe that's the year, Peter Pan was the main character and Wendy was kind of like a main side character. In this version, Wendy's the main character and Peter's is the main side character. I hope that makes sense. Tiger Lily is also a more side character. She's a lost boy. Another thing to note with the Lost Boys is it's both boys and girls. Wendy says, I guess it doesn't really matter much. Now, I did find this whole thing with girls being included in the Lost Boys a little bit funny because in the books, it was actually a compliment to girls because girls were too smart to fall out of their prams. And if you fell out of your prams, that's how you became a lost boy. So in a way, with Disney trying to include everyone, Disney is calling girls dumb. Sorry, girls. Another thing to note is there are no cuss words in the movie, and only once is the name of the Lord taken in vain. Now, I really like this live-action version. I was expecting not actually this because I went on IGN and Rotten Tomatoes, and Rotten Tomatoes had it around 33%. IGN had it like 3.1 stars out of 10. And so I'm thinking this isn't a great movie. It actually is a great movie. I like the 2003 live action version better, but this is still a great movie. I might go as far to say I need to watch the 2003 version again, but this Captain Hook might be my favorite Captain Hook besides the ending. A little bit of spoiler alert. I'll give you 3 seconds to click away. 3, 2, 1. In the very end, Disney Disneyfies it and turns Hook good again. Peter and Hook were close friends, best friends, and at the very end of the movie, instead of Hook being eaten by a crocodile, he becomes best friends with Peter again. I have to say I'm not a fan of that ending. I prefer the older version. I actually thought that, this could set up a sequel. The sequel is not happening, y'all. It's going to end at this. There's no sequel coming. This does vary a lot from the 1953 animated classic Disney made of Peter Pan. Obviously, race is a huge thing. I have no problem with this. In the books, Peter Pan was never a race, so I'm all right. He does a great job, by the way. This Alexander, I don't know his last name. That's not just because my name is Alex. He does a great job. Also, there are songs, but there are not songs from the original. Like You Can Fly is not in it, but it is in it. There's no singing, but for people like me who love Peter Pan, when they first learn to fly, there's this epic music about You Can Fly. And it almost got me wishing, could they sing a little bit, just a tiny bit? It didn't happen. They have, I think, 2 or 3 songs, maybe 4. I didn't exactly count all of them. Peter dying happens a little bit differently in this movie. It's not a bomb. Hook invades the treehouse. It's not a treehouse. It's like an observatory type place. I don't know exactly what it is. But he invades that place, and then Peter forgets how to fly because he can't think of happy thoughts, and then he falls. That's how he dies. And instead of Tinkerbell rescuing Peter, Tiger Lily rescues Peter instead. Another thing is the crocodile only appears one time. I was a little bit disappointed with that. Another thing that's a little bit different is Wendy doesn't specifically like Peter Pan because in the very beginning when the whole kiss thing happens, Wendy doesn't lean in to give a kiss. She was sewing Peter's shadow back on, and so she sees the thimble, and then way later in the movie, Peter gives Wendy the acorn kiss, but it's way later in the movie, and Wendy does not get shot. Peter's kiss does not save Wendy. That's just something I noticed, and it was kind of odd when they put it in there, but I am glad that the kisses are still in there. Now, my rating as a Peter Pan fanatic is a 7 out of 10. I would go watch it on Disney+. If you don't have Disney+, there's a really, really good chance one of your friends does. Go watch Peter Pan and Wendy.